Well, today is June the 13th, 2025, and it is about joining the movement. We're talking about the Black for Rohingya campaign by wearing black and sharing your photos and messages of solidarity across all social media platforms. And we're going across now to be joined by Rohingya activist and president of the Burmese Rohingya organization out in the UK, Khin. Tun, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, obviously, we are keeping an eye out on what is taking place across the entire world. We know what is happening now with between Israel and Iran, the march for justice as well. But we cannot forget the Rohingya and the atrocities and the genocide that has been committed against the Rohingya because they obviously have been suffering for decades institutionalized apartheid, denial of citizenship rights, freedom of movement, access to education, health services, land rights, all of this playing out in Palestine, and all of this has happened to the Rohingya.
Yes, it's happening for many decades, are still happening. Genocide is still ongoing. We are in the last stage of genocide. And currently, Rohingya 500,000 in Rakhine State, their life are at risk. It's not only one side, it's all Burmese military side, another Arkan army, which is another rebel group fighting with Burmese military. They also trying to wiping out our community from Arkan State, where we belongs to. As far as we know, since last year, more than 118,000 Rohingya fled from the country. In 2017, Burmese military get rid of about a million Rohingya population from their homeland. So genocide is ongoing. Rohingyas are facing restriction. Rohingyas are not getting humanitarian aid in IDP camps. And the other side, other countries like India and others, Rohingya were pushed back to the high sea where, you know, without food and without engine in a boat, and many people drowned at the high sea in last few months. That is what's happening in a Rohingya community. So international community is totally failure and not taking an action, to stop this genocide, unfortunately.
Yes, and like in the case of Palestine and Gaza as well, we know that there are cases relating to genocide that are currently before the International Court of Justice and also the International Criminal Court as well. So, we see the parallels, we see the similarity in terms of genocide and ethnic cleansing that is taking place in Gaza. And we need to remind ourselves, too, from time to time about these genocides, and let us not forget that yes, correctly so, we should focus on all areas where there is injustice, where there is oppression, where genocide is committed. But let us not lose sight and let us not lose focus. Let us still continue remembering what is taking place with the Rohingya. And this is the reason why days like today, Black for Rohingya, once again serve as a stark reminder of what has taken place to those people.
Yes, this is a good reminder. Thanks so much for doing it. And it is important that uh, following the international advocacy is much more needed, and same time justice and accountability needed. And on top of that, humanitarian aid getting to the Rohingya in IDP camps in Arakan state, that is very important. So I want to point out here that international community failing again and again. Whenever genocide happens, they say never again. Last year, this year, we got a case in Argentina where we filed a case against Burmese military and civilian. That case got arrest warrant. We tried hard to get it through Interpol, red alert notice, and justice need to be get through from that way. And the other side, this is only the first time in history Burmese military got arrest warrant from other parts of the world. Never get any arrest warrant, even though they are committing decades of crimes against Rohingya and other minorities. But this is the first time last February we got arrest warrant. So it is important. We need to get action on it, and we want to see behind the bars this military who committed genocide against our community. And also, this is important that South Africa and other countries, they need to push their government to support, Rohingya, to end the Rohingya genocide. And same time, currently humanitarian aid is very important to support humanitarian aid through Bangladesh for the Rohingya genocide survivors. And uh, I'm totally agree. The world is going very different direction these days, but that is important that Rohingya issue need to have in their mind. And of course, this is a case. Rohingya are facing one of the world persecuted minority and facing genocide. So they should not forget anyone. And Black for Rohingya campaign should be continued. And this is important that everyone, whatever way they can, they should join this they should join this campaign. And of course, currently we are having very serious condition in Rakhine State where 500,000 Rohingya, their lives are at risk. This is important that pressure to Arkhan army and Burmese government, Burmese military to stop genocide against Rohingya community. And Arkhan army is committing crimes against Rohingya community. Burmese military is continuing their genocide for long decades. So it
Well,
is
Kyun,
very, very.
yes, obviously today, Black for Rohingya, although it is symbolic, in terms of, showing our support, and also at the same time not to forget what the Rohingya has actually gone through. But like you correctly pointed out, that, we should not be losing focus. It is time for action, and we need to continue, taking whatever action is necessary, whether it is lobbying our governments, but also continue raising the Rohingya flag, raising the genocide and the persecution, and we need to continue highlighting this. So, as symbolic as this Black for Rohingya Day is, at the end of the day, there is still a lot of work, and sometimes, we retreat and we actually forget what is taking place. But the situation, as you mentioned, very, very dire. I mean, 500,000 people are at risk, and that is by no means a small number. And again, the whole focus I know is on Gaza, but whatever is taking place in Gaza has happened to the people of Rohingya, and that is something that we need to also keep uppermost in our minds.
Definitely, definitely. Our solidarity is with Palestinian people, our brothers from Palestine, and what's happening in Gaza. Same time, we have to remember brothers and sisters from Kashmir, brothers and sisters from Palestine, and other parts of the world who are facing oppression. So, of course, our solidarity is with them. So, this is important that our issue, what happening to the Rohingya, is should not be turned away from international medias. We can see medias are not focusing much since last year. So is it important that that issue people need to get the information and people need to get continue campaign whatever way they can. This is important campaign which was initiated by Protect Rohingya from South Africa. It is important that we all have to come every year 13th of June to remember this campaign, to take action on this day about the Rohingya people.
Well, Jazakallah khairan so much for that, and also for taking time out this morning with us. I know
Thank
you've
you.
got a busy schedule, but we do appreciate it, and we will continue promoting this day as a commemorative day for the Rohingya as well, and more importantly, to protect the Rohingyan initiative, inshallah. But once again, we thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Inshallah, we'll do continue. Thank you.
Yes, hashtag Black for Rohingya, and that is today. So symbolic it may sound, but at the end of the day, let us take note of this, and let us commemorate this day as well. So we haven't forgotten this other genocide that has been unfolding for a very, very long time. Each and everything that has happened to the people of Gaza has happened to the people of Rohingya as well. And let us remember this uppermost on our mind as well. So these genocides that have been unfolding, let us not lose sight of those. We're going to go for a quick break. We come back and we're going across to Iran to be joined by a journalist to look at the Iranian response to this Israeli attack on Iran.